Rock music made me feel the rush and liberated my wild side. Unexpectedly, I was being accepted for who I was, and I was no longer the quiet little girl who stayed in her room all the time. This was the first major step that I took in the pursuit of my professional career. Once I gained the confidence I needed, everything started to move in an upward and positive direction.
This was the first time I ever gave my heart complete life. Let my defenses down. I really thought you loved me. No second thoughts about me. You know life gives you a thrill. I've been trying to get over it. Don't think I ever will. When I'm gone, won't really matter. You made it all so clear. Turn your back and leave me standing here. So baby, run as fast as you can. Go live your little life like you don't know who I am. You can try to hurt me, break me down till you win. Don't believe your newfound friends will love you like I did. Now that I'm here without you, I feel lost in this great town. I still miss having you, even though you weren't around. No, I just wanted to feel close to you, but I'm trapped outside your walls. The man I thought I knew so well never really knew at all. Now you're this cold-hearted stranger, the man I've never seen. No, you won't cry over me, yeah. So baby, run, yeah, yeah, as fast as you can. Go live your little life like you don't know who I am. You can try to hurt me, break me down till you win. Don't believe your newfound friends will love you like I did.
My name is Carmel Helene, and this is my story. My story is one of many twists and turns, so get ready. I'm a vocalist, songwriter, guitarist, and music producer. I'm originally from San Francisco, California, and currently living in Los Angeles. My very first memories of being exposed to music were with my dad. He was a professional touring percussionist, and he played records in the house all the time. Growing up, a couple of my favorite songs were Call Me from Blondie and Oh Mickey, You're So Fine from Tony Basil. My mother, on the other hand, was a country and folk singer, and she played the guitar and the banjo. She exposed me to artists like Dolly Parton and Willie Nelson, and we would sing along together to those songs. Country music and its brilliant use of song imagery is where my love of songwriting came from. It all began in the city of San Francisco, where I was born. My mother was white, my father was black, and they divorced when I was still a baby. I lived in the Bay Area with my mom for a short while, but I was a wild child, and it was very tough for her to try to provide for a child all alone. So she decided that it would probably be best for me to go and live with my father and his new wife, where I could have a family until she could get back on her feet. After arriving to live with them in Los Angeles, I came to realize that my stepmother was resentful of me being there. I soon became quiet and withdrawn, and it was during this time that music became my solace and my escape.
We spend every waking moment side by side. Haven't beat you at a game since the schoolyard. Oh man, and I tried. Cruising out Camino Boulevard for trouble, telling our mamas little white lies. I guess some memories will die hard. How we laughed and how we cried. How time flies. We'll move on, but I'm never gone. You are the heart of where I come from. I love you still, I always will. You were the one I could be sure of since we were young. Do you remember dancing to Madonna on the front lawn? And I'd be singing out of key, but you'd be there to cheer me on. How time flies. We move on, but I'm never gone. You are the heart of where I come from. I love you still, I always will. You were the one I could be sure of since we were young. Maybe we don't talk like we used to. Well, nobody knows me like you do. We move on, but I'm never gone. You are the heart of where I come from. I love you still, I always will. You were the one I could be sure of since we were young. Since we were young.
Most of my youth, I turned to music, and at about 6 years old, I made the clear decision that I was gonna be somebody. I knew that I wanted to be a singer and a songwriter so that I could express what I couldn't say any other way. and so I could feel heard. Eventually, when I was about 7, I went back to live in the Bay Area with my mom. But she was a single parent and had to work very long hours, 7 days a week, while she struggled to support us. I didn't see her much, and once again, I found myself alone much of the time. And again, I turned to music as an outlet. We didn't have much money, and I had very few friends. My passion for music continued to grow, and I spent all my time learning to sing. We couldn't afford music lessons, so I just practiced on my own, singing along to Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey. I saved up and bought a little $100 Casio keyboard and began composing songs. I would practice in the mirror with a hairbrush and pretend I was on stage, and I'd pretend I was being interviewed, and I would make little radio shows. Here and there, I finally got the nerve to perform in various school productions. But most people never knew I sang till many years later.
You don't get to keep the trophy, you didn't win anything. You don't sit down on the throne, proclaim to be king. You're gonna lie around all day, stop blaming me. 'Cause you think I had it easy, ain't no such thing as easy street. You can throw yourself itty bitty pity party, party of one. You can whine and cry, but ain't nobody's gonna come. 'Cause we all know trouble, just like you. And we got better things to do. No, 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 no. Itty bitty pity party. No, 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 no. Don't wanna go. So you can just accept it. Life is hard and life ain't fair. Or you can misdirect it, but that won't get you anywhere. I know you have no silver spoon, it's you that's living fancy free. 'Cause you think I had it easy, ain't no such thing as easy street. You can throw yourself an itty bitty pity party, party of one. You can whine and cry, but ain't nobody's gonna come. 'Cause we all know trouble, just like you. And we got better things to do. No, 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 no. Itty bitty pity party. No, 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 no. Don't wanna go. It's an itty bitty pity party, party of one. You can whine and cry, but ain't nobody's gonna come. 'Cause we all know trouble, just like you. And we got better things to do. No, 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 no. Itty bitty pity party. No, 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 no. Don't wanna go. No, 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 no. Itty bitty pity party. No, 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 no. Don't wanna go.
Hi, I'm Scott, director of the new AT&T store, corner of Western and Olympic in K-Town, Los Angeles. We are here to serve our communities, wireless, TV, and broadband needs. We invite you to come in to get to know us and see what we have to offer. We have great promotions and an array of phones, tablets, and services to choose from. At AT&T, we look forward to meeting you and providing you with excellent service. 감사합니다.
Throughout elementary and high school, my mom managed to rent a room in an exclusive neighborhood, but I felt isolated. I was the only black kid in the entire school. I wanted to look like everybody else. I met my first black friends when I was 19 years old. Although I tried, I never fit in. In addition to my outward appearance, I also felt embarrassed on the inside about our economic situation. All the other kids wore the latest fashions and drove nice cars, and we could not. This contributed to my negative perception of myself. I struggled to find my own identity, and finally came into my own at 17 when I rebelled through rock and roll, of course. Suddenly, I decided to audition and join a hard rock band. The audience response was electric and immediate. Rock music made me feel the rush and liberated my wild side. Unexpectedly, I was being accepted for who I was, and I was no longer the quiet little girl who stayed in her room all the time. This was the first major step that I took in the pursuit of my professional career. Once I gained the confidence I needed, everything started to move in an upward and positive direction.
Step into my head, finish my sentences. I haven't felt this good since I can't remember when. You are my miracle. You taught me all I know, and it's so natural that I swear we must have met before. I would never dare to leave you. All this fun makes time just seem to fly. How could I have known I need you every hour to feel like I'm alive? Alive. You make my heart beat. You make my soul sing. You make anyone who knows you the lucky one. The feeling that I'm somebody. And you make anyone who knows you the lucky one. I see you mesmerize the way you glow inside, and you touch everyone, leaving no man behind. So be it rain or shine, I'll be your peace of mind. You know just what to say. You soothe me like a lullaby. Someone so extraordinary. Long as I am near you, I am home. Oh, everybody craves your fire. They would say they all know what I know. All I know. You make my heart beat. You make my soul sing. You make anyone who knows you the lucky one. The feeling that I'm somebody. And you make anyone who knows you the lucky one. Side by side we can climb any mountain. Take this dream and see it through. Take my hand, I know nothing is stronger. Together, let me and you. You make my heart beat. You make my soul sing. You make anyone who knows you the lucky one. The feeling that I'm somebody. And you make anyone who knows you the lucky one.
Eventually, I began working with various producers, and I began writing and recording my own music. After many years of hard work, hopes, and failures, I finally got the opportunity of a lifetime to showcase myself as an artist for the legendary music label Capitol Records in hopes of landing my first major recording contract. This was my childhood dream and what I had worked so hard for my whole life. I put everything I had into it as I prepared in every possible way. And ultimately, when they passed on me, I was devastated. I finally picked up the pieces and began again with another label opportunity. When it fell apart a second time, as well as too much loss in my personal life, my will collapsed and I walked away from everything. I gave up on music and refused to sing another note. Even though I had definitively stopped singing, eventually I realized that I couldn't help but continue to write songs to let out my emotions. I couldn't escape it. It was in my blood. Musicians are meant to make music. And then, out of the blue, I heard about a Luis Miguel tour, so I went to the agency and auditioned, and I got it. In the next 25 plus years, I went on to perform and tour with Miley Cyrus, Billy Ray Cyrus, Narada Michael Walden, Michael Bolton, Luis Miguel, and Johnny Halliday. I've traveled to over 34 countries, and I'm grateful to have many incredible friends all over the world. I was performing in front of crowds as large as 80,000 people. Things were going great, but I felt it was time to go back to my roots and pursue my own original music as an artist.
If we gotta stay in, might as well win with a salty rim and a lime. Tequila thunder, baby, stay. Escape the gray, we make a way in your mind. Under the covers, futures looking bright. Follow me to the light, love on the brain. Surrender to the forgiving when nature calls wild. Misbehaved like the birds and the bees. Spread our seed. Why don't we making honey from a flower? Because you doing the do to get us through. A little late, pro showers if we all gonna die. Let's multiply. Shake the roof off of this house tonight. Birds and the bees, spread our seed. Why don't we, hey, like the birds and the bees? Back to my nest, fun to forget. We make the best of the bad. Only gets better through the storm. Keep you warm like an animal, take it down. Back to the center, futures looking bright. Follow me to the light, love on the brain. Surrender to the forgiving when nature calls wild. Misbehaved like the birds and the bees. Spread our seed. Why don't we making honey from a flower? Because you doing the do to get us through. A little April showers if we're all gonna die. Let's multiply. Shake the roof off of this house tonight. Birds and the bees, spread our seed. Why don't we, hey, like the birds and the bees?
As time passed and I worked through the ups and downs of life, I eventually found my way back to doing what I love to do. I released a pop EP, and I spent a lot of time in Nashville, and I recorded a country EP. Coming from a diverse background and one of the few black females in country music, I've always been a fan of shaking things up a little bit. Today, I am more than just an artist. I'm also a wife and a mother, bringing my baby on the road, on tour across the country, as well as knowing when to turn work down. Because of the struggles I've gone through in my life, I'm much more appreciative of personal relationships and what I have. I've learned to look at the positive side, and there is always a silver lining. Due to the shutdown of live music this year, related to COVID, I have been able to pivot and actually create the music production company I've always wanted. Ticklebelly Hill Music, for pitching music to TV and film for myself and other artists, as well as recording vocals remotely from home. I have found new inspiration, and this is just the beginning. I want to thank Character Media for the opportunity to tell my story. And I want to thank you guys for watching and listening and for your support of artists like myself. Please follow me on Instagram at Carmel Helene, Twitter, and on Spotify to hear my original music. Stay in touch.
I know we're just friends. Won't you stay a little longer? When it's time to leave, I wanna hang there at your door. Something about this fire is getting slowly stronger. No, you never looked at me that way before. I can't stop thinking about you, baby. I can't stop thinking about you. I can't stop thinking about you, baby. I can't stop thinking about you. Like a shot